again, and welcome. If you are familiar with the story of The Princess and the Pea, you have read a fictional tale about a highly sensitive person. The queen wants to find out if the princess is a real princess, so she places a pea under a mattress, which is at the bottom of a pile of 18 mattresses. This is the bed on which the princess will sleep. The next morning, the princess says she didn't get any rest because of a lump in the mattress. Now the queen knows that she is a real princess. I think that Goldilocks was another fictional character who was highly sensitive. Everything had to be just right. One day when I was browsing in a bookstore, I noticed the title of a book, The Highly Sensitive Person by Elaine Aron. I was immediately drawn to the title, and after looking at several pages, I bought a copy. The author is a clinical psychologist and is a highly sensitive person. I attended one of her workshops at the Kripalu Retreat Center in the Berkshires several summers ago. It has been helpful for me to learn more about this subject. All of us want to understand and to be understood. About 30% of the population is highly sensitive. It is a character trait, sort of like having blue eyes or being tall. There's nothing wrong with us. We are just different from the other 70% who is not as sensitive to their environment. Parents know that they have a highly sensitive child when they have one who is startled easily or sensitive to loud noises. The child might complain about scratchy clothing. They want to change their clothes if they are wet or sandy. They might not like going barefoot. If you type the words highly sensitive child into a search engine, you can read a list of items like these which will help you identify a child who is highly sensitive. They don't usually enjoy big surprises. They learn better from gentle correction than strong punishment. They notice the slightest unusual odor. It's hard for them to get to sleep after an exciting day. They ask lots of questions. They are perfectionist. They perform best when strangers aren't present. They feel things deeply. If you type the words highly sensitive child into a search engine, you will find more items on the list which will help you understand your highly sensitive child. I just wish that my parents had known about this when I was young and growing up. I think that it would have made a huge difference in my life. They didn't know what they didn't know. I am uncomfortable in crowds and do my best to avoid them. I don't like loud noises and bright lights. I prefer to be in a room with indirect lighting and never turn on an overhead light if I can avoid it. It's easy for me to get overstimulated, and I need to withdraw and have quiet time. I don't really like to be in stores where they played loud, distracting music. A highly sensitive person can be overstimulated and need to withdraw. Most people hate the sound of fingers scraping on a blackboard. Someday that's how life can seem for a highly sensitive person. Everything can be irritating to us. If you suspect that you are highly sensitive, I encourage you to find out more about this subject or get Elaine Aron's books from Amazon or the library. I have come from the tall mountains where the place called morning lies. I have seen the glow of sunshine steal across the quiet skies. We have doubts about the morning when our hearts are black with sin. It's hard to see the break of day when we have no love within. There can really be a morning. It is born within the soul, and it will come to each of us when loving is our goal. I hope that you will join us again soon for another edition of This and That.